All right. Oh, okay. Wow. Yep. So today is Friday, December 10th, 10:38 p.m. This is episode 31 of This is an Experiment. Episode 31. This is an experiment. Here we go. So I look, there's no way that I could sleep anytime soon. I'm supposed to be at the job site for an audio gig I have tomorrow um, at 6:30 in the morning. Like I said, it's 10:38 right now. So 10:40. So that's in like 8 hours. I have to be there. I have to be like there in 8 hours. Not I have to wake up in 8 hours. I have to be there in 8 hours. I haven't even calculated what time I have to wake up yet. And I'm not too worried about it. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be fine because today was interesting. I woke up like uncharacteristically early, around 5:30, 5:40 or something like that, and I laid in bed for a little bit, cuddled with my dogs and all that. And then I got up, got out of bed, got up, got out of bed, drank some water, and then I went and I did some burpees and some planks and just kind of like got my blood pumping. And then I sat down and I edited a video that I made yesterday. I mean, by this time it was like maybe 6:37 in the morning. I don't know, something like that. Um, and I finished it and uploaded it to YouTube and Facebook. Like I'd recorded the video and then I edited it and I uploaded it and it was like all of that before breakfast. And it felt pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Um, and then I made breakfast and breakfast was a everything bagel with a 2 egg fillet thing and some dark leafy greens and imitation bacon and pepper jack cheese. And it was absolutely delicious. Bagel was toasted as well. Great. Got in the shower, took a shower, got cleaned up. And well, actually, I think after I did all of that, I took a nap for a couple hours. I think. I can't remember. Anyway, then I woke up, got ready. By got ready, I mean, I took a shower, got, looking all spiffy. And then I started cleaning out a whole bunch of stuff and just kind of like collecting things that I was like, I don't need this anymore, don't need this anymore, don't need it. Like, took it all to Goodwill, went and got a nice sharp haircut, kind of sharper than it's been, with the little fade on the side. Um, I've been just rocking the complete buzz cut as you've seen in the future past. Talking to you as if you're actually people. I don't know who I'm talking to right now. I'm talking to myself. Um, like I'm even going to go back and watch this. I'm talking to a camera as if there's people watching it, even though I know that nobody's watching it and nobody's going to watch this, and it's probably going to get lost to the internet forever. But in case somebody stumbles across it, I want to make it seem like it's conversational. This is my video diary vlog, my private public vlog. So I got all that stuff done, and then I got a nice salad with chicken. And then I laid down again to take a nap. Um, and I put on some nice meditation music, and I slept nicely. And I woke up and I was like, okay, let's go do stuff. And I did stuff, and before I knew it, it was like 9:30, and then it was 10, and I had to get my supplies for tomorrow because when I go on gigs like that, it's I'm gonna be out there all day, and the food is at some point halfway through the day, I'll get some like pizza from like Papa John's or some shit like that. That's like the catering. It's not great. Or it'll be like, boneless chicken wings slathered in, some sort of random lemon pepper buffalo sauce. I mean, it sounds good, but it's like it's trash. It's trash food. It's garbage food. It's junk food. Um, Fast food pizzas, junk food. Boneless buffalo wings are junk food. They really are. I mean, I suppose if they're made properly in a gourmet fashion, but I mean, gosh. Okay, now I'm starting to get a little winded. Good. That's what I need because I got to sleep soon. Try to. Um, but I felt like I was on fire today. Aside from the times when I was napping, and I think that may be the trick for me. Is what it is that I just have to wake up, just like bust through some stuff, take a nap, wake up, bust through some stuff, take a nap, wake up, bust through some stuff, and take a nap. Like, what if I, instead of sleeping 8 hours, I saw this one time. Let me complete that thought. What if instead of sleeping 8 hours a day, at one time, I slept for like 2 hours a day in intervals or something like that, or 3 hour intervals or whatever. Because I read about this. It's some sort of thing where some people do that where they would sleep for 2 hours every 5 hours or something like that. I don't know exactly how it works. I don't remember. But they built that pattern, that habit where it wasn't that sleep all of it all at once. It was like get one full or yeah, it wasn't one full night's sleep and then work through the day. It was like scattered and it was sporadic. Um, that could be interesting. I don't know how practical it is though, um, at all. But I mean, I could see it because let's see, if you do three 3 hour intervals, that's 9 hours of sleep in a 24-hour period. And that leaves you 15 hours left. Is that right? 9 plus 15 is 24. Yeah. So you're awake for 5 hours, you sleep for three, you're awake for 5 hours, you sleep for three, and you're awake for 5 hours. So what would that start? So if I, woke up at 5 a.m. and then did stuff until 10 a.m., slept from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., woke up at 1 p.m. and did shit until 6 p.m., then went to sleep at 6 p.m., woke up at 9 p.m., did stuff from 9 p.m. until 2 a.m., 3 hours of sleep, wake up at 5 a.m. I mean, that's kind of what I did today, but not like to the T, but that was actually roughly the schedule. Hmm. I wonder if I might be able to try that. I wonder if I might be able to try that. The We'll see. Anyway, I digress. So where am I at in life? Well, I'm throwing a whole bunch of shit out into the universe. And by out into the universe, I mean up in the air. I don't know what's gonna happen because I'm at this juncture where I can't keep doing what I've been doing. So I've got the things on my plate, the stuff that I have to finish, and I'm gonna do that. But the coaching as a business is not happening right now. It's just not. And part of it is because I'm not actively trying to make it happen. So it's no surprise that it's not happening. But the other part of it is I just don't know what the fuck to do anymore. Right? I need one path to make it happen. And how do I do that? Well, I have to hire someone to hopefully teach me something that I haven't learned already on how to enroll clients. That, or I mean, I just slow the fuck down. Honestly, that's what it is. It's not about quitting up on coaching. It's quitting digital marketing or internet marketing as a coach. Not going to work for me anymore. Just not going to do it. So the thing is though is like, well, I have to make money now. That's a thing. You can't go through life not making money. Money is a gatekeeper for a lot of things. It's just the way the world works. It's the world we live in. So the question is, how do I make money? Well, right now I'm working part time at a hardware store, Fortune 500 hardware store at that. Um, I just don't use the name because it doesn't matter. I work at a hardware store, big box hardware store. I don't like it either. There's worse things in life, but it's not mentally challenging at all. Like I end up dicking around, fucking off most of the time because I just like it's so just like the only thing that I can do to like make it more enjoyable is turn literally everything into a joke because I'm not mentally stimulated enough to have to like focus on something, doing something. I just because it's just like menial work, just like stocking and facing and helping people find light bulbs and telling them that I can't help them with basically anything else because I don't know anything about any of it. I work in the electrical and lighting department. I'll have people be like, "What kind of wire do I need to use to wire a stove?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking know. I'm not an electrician." I mean, I don't say it to them like that, but that's the gist of it. I was like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not an electrician. Because if I was an electrician, I wouldn't be working at a hardware store. I'd be doing electrician work and making way more money. Unless I was like an old dude or something like that was retired, like a retired electrician. It was like, I'm retired, don't want to do electrician work anymore, but I want to keep kind of busy, so I'm gonna go work at a hardware store just for shits and giggles. I can see that, but that's obviously not me. Okay. Anyway, so that's one way that I'm making money right now. Not sustainable in the long term for me, and it's also not making enough money at all. Even if I work there full time, which I don't want to, but even if I did, I wouldn't be making enough money. If I work there full time at 13.75 an hour, which isn't terrible, but it's really not great either. If I work there 13.75 an hour, 40 hours a week, 4 hours in a month, it's $2,200 before tax, right? If I worked 40 hours a week at 13.75 an hour, that's $2,200 before tax. That is not enough money. Unless like maybe if I had a girlfriend that was like splitting the cost of stuff, or a wife, or a roommate, I don't know. Someone else in my life to like split the cost with, but I don't have that. Kind of sucks. It's no wonder that people stay in relationships out of convenience because it's expensive to live as a single person in 2021, soon to be 2022. God, 2022, we're already there. Okay. Anyway, so obviously that's not going to last very long. I even said that to a couple of people. I was like, look, this is just a pit stop. This is a pit stop. So what else is on the table? Well, there's this Oracle deck that's basically already put together, and the plan for launching it is basically create a crowdfunding campaign, network with influencers or something like that, and get the damn thing sold with a pre-sale or some shit like that. I don't know. So I've got a list of things to do with that if I want to make that happen. So there's that. What else is there? The affiliate marketing. This dude that I've been in and out of conversations with for a hot minute is like, let me help you out, get into internet marketing, or not internet, but affiliate marketing, which is also still kind of like internet marketing, except for it's like not direct marketing. Or it's like, I'm not like going to try to pitch people a thing. Anyway, it's still marketing on the internet though. It's running ads or some shit. I don't know. Anyway, but he's been really wishy-washy with this shit. Yeah, he was like, okay, like every single time it's like I talk to him, it's like, yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, we'll do it. But it's like, bro, do you have your shit together or not? Because it doesn't seem like you have your shit together and you're trying to like, sell me on this process when it doesn't even seem like you know what the fuck you're doing. Which is kind of like why I did. It's like, okay, let me push you. Like, do you actually have some shit, or are you just like talking big game? And right now it seems like he's just talking a big game. So there's that. But it's fun to hang with. Just to see what happens. Like I said, throwing it up in the air, see where it comes down. What else? Advertiser. that I found that's in Australia, he approached me. He's like, hey, dude, I'll run ads for you, get some leads, you can close some sales, get your coaching business off the ground. I get paid when you get paid. Cool. Sounds good. Let's do it. Decided to launch the thing after $20 in ad spend. There's 0 leads, and he says that he gets leads for $5 a lead. So I would think that if I was going to get a lead, I would have gotten one by now. But anyway, the campaign was shut down by Facebook because my bank account doesn't have any money in it. I don't know what to tell him. I've kind of been like avoiding that conversation, honestly. Well, I told him that it got canceled because my bank was out of funds. He was like, so it's the bank's end. And it was like, yeah, it's the bank's end, but it's also my end. I don't have any money. I said I have to move some money around, but I don't have any money to move around really yet. I mean, I kind of do. So there's that. What else? Get in position as a sales dude. High ticket sales. Just sell shit. I could sell shit. I have no problem selling shit. I'd be okay with it. I'd be really good at it too. I'd be really good. Dropping my pen after spinning it. It's no wonder. So there's that. What else is there? Maybe be a dog trainer. I got a card from someone when I was working at the hardware store. She said, hey, we're going to be looking for dog trainers. I was like, okay. She gave me her card. I got her card. I have to reach out to her. I haven't done that yet. I should probably do that soon. Probably next week. Should have done this. Anyway, doesn't matter. What else? Mark Willis, that mother trucker. Seems like a good dude. He has a son that is a really good bowler, apparently, and he is fully confident his son can turn pro if he wants to. Mark is a successful entrepreneur. I met him at the hardware store. We were talking about things, and we connected. I got his information. He got mine. He was like, I'll take you out to lunch sometime. We'll talk. We'll, develop a relationship or whatever. I was like, okay, cool. This is networking. This is how I like doing stuff. I did, what was that? So that was on like Sunday. And then I sent him a text message Monday evening, maybe. I think it was. And I was just like, hey, Mark, this is David. Met you at the hardware store. Just wanted to send you a text so you have my number. He's like, yep, was going to do that last night and I kind of lost track of time. Good to hear from you. Have a good evening. Look, forward to building a relationship. Awesome. Haven't heard back from the guy. So I'm going to shoot him a text next week because who knows? He could be a client, could be a mentor. Who knows? Who knows at this point? So that's kind of my thing is like, I'm just let me throw all this stuff up. Right? Let me just let it all hang out. Let me just throw it all up, and whatever falls into place that feels right, it's like, okay, I know what to do. I know where I'm going now. I'm just going to give it to God. Give it to God. Be like, God, tell me what to do. Because I don't know. I don't know what to do. Because everything that God provides me with and blesses me with is enough, whatever that may be. And I like that, and it's true. But at the same time, it's like you still have to do work. It's like if you say, I'm just going to be, and whatever God gives to me is enough. It's like, yeah, that's really cool, but what if God doesn't give you food, right? If you just sit waiting for God to provide stuff to you, and you don't do anything, like this is what I say this shit all the time, is that receiving is still an action. Someone says, here, you want a bottle of water? You still have to reach out and grab it in order to receive that bottle of water, right? God says, I will give you a good job opportunity. Okay, well, you have to go reach out and grab it. And so I don't know. I do have this kind of split thing about it because it is like, and really what it's about is just gratitude for what you have. And I get it. And the problem with that is it breeds complacency. Okay, this is what I have. This is what God has given me, and it's enough, and I'm good. It's all good. But then you get complacent. It's like, oh, okay, well, I guess this is life. It's like, you stop growing. Stop loving life because it's like, well, I guess this is all there is. This is all that God wants me to have. Is it that that's all that God wants you to have, or is it that that's all you're willing to work for? Who decides how much God is willing to give to any one person? And just because one person has more than another person, does that mean that God has blessed them? Does it mean that God has blessed them more than another person for some reason? They're more deserving of the blessings of God because they have more? Doesn't make sense. No, it's because they worked for it. Kind of. Or they got really freaking lucky. Some people, it's just luck. Some people, it's just luck. The incredibly successful, it's a lot of hard work, a lot of determination, and a little bit of luck. You just have the right thing. Jeff Bezos, Amazon. Little bit of luck. He because like 1% luck. 1% luck. When I say a little bit, I mean like just because sure, he had to do a lot of hard work to scale Amazon from an online bookstore to the conglomerate that it is now that has its own logistics branch. What? It's like when you think about it, it's insane. Really? You went from having an online bookstore to Amazon. It's insane. Insane. A lot of hard work, but he had the pick at the right time. He was the one that had the online bookstore that went viral, and then it was all hard work from there. But if he hadn't had that, then who knows? But that's all it takes. Is that one little idea? I heard it from Billie Jean for the first time. I don't know where he got it from, but I'll never forget it. There's no such thing as $1 million idea, only $1 million execution, which is true. I don't know where he got that from. I'm sure he got it from someone. There's no way he came up with that. Maybe he did. Who knows? But it's true. No such thing as $1 million idea, only $1 million execution. So, what does that mean for me? Well, here's the other side of that is it doesn't matter how great your execution is. If you have a shitty idea, it's not going to take off. For example, like wings that will help a person fly, right? Imagine that. You get some sort of thing where a person can go like this and they can fly. I mean, if they could actually fly, I could see that being a thing, but I don't know how that's practical. Well, we'll change it. Wings for a child to pretend like they're flying. I mean, I'm sure that shit's already out there, and there's a reason it's like, I don't know. It's like you're only gonna go so far with that one. It's a flying in the distance joke. Not intended, but it happened anyway. I don't know. I'm just ready to I'm ready to make money again. And it's not with the coaching business. Not full time. That was a mistake. Huge mistake. Not the coaching business. Leaving my job too soon. So it was a really hard lesson. It was a shitty lesson. It sucked. And it sucked that I didn't even get to make that choice. I mean, I did, but I didn't. We've been through this. I had a mentor that was like, "Oh, you have clients. No, this is the time. Quit your job and you're going to be fine." Okay. And I did it and I wasn't fine. And everything spiraled so far out of control. I went down and I took a lot of people with me. And I wish it didn't happen that way. She hit me up on Facebook sometime around Thanksgiving. On Thanksgiving of all days. Maybe it wasn't Thanksgiving. It might have been the day before Thanksgiving. I think it was the day before Thanksgiving. And she was basically, "Hey, David, I see that we got the, outstanding balance that's not paid. So I'd like to get that taken care of. We can, put you on a $500 a month payment plan or something like that. How does that work for you?" And basically I respond to her, "It doesn't. And if you try to charge or process any payments on any accounts that I have that you may have on store, I'm going to get a hold of the processor and flag it as an unauthorized charge." So she's like, "Okay, got it." And then, I guess she was like, "Oh, I'm just confused, why, after all this, and, I hired you on or blah, blah, blah." And all I said was, "Have a good holiday." Right? I was like, I'm not taking your bait. I'm not playing your games, because that's exactly what was going to happen. And then, she launched into this, "I regret, the compassion that I gave, to you, and you didn't even care for it, and you wouldn't do the same for another person." And I just left it and I didn't respond, because there was there was no point. All it was is to get me riled up, or to try to pick a fight, or try to like find that thing to like weasel in or do whatever. I don't know. So I was like, I'm going to leave it. And it hurt me. Well, it didn't hurt me in like that it hurt my feelings. It hurt me in the sense that, like, I am, I feel connection, like I am one with other people. And so if something hurts someone else, it hurts me too. It's empathy, right? And I hurt for her is what it was. I didn't hurt for me. I hurt for her. It hurt me because I was feeling that pain for her. And the pain that I'm talking about is that she regretted showing compassion. And in that it's like, if you show compassion and it's conditional, then it's not compassion. It's leverage. It's true. If you show someone compassion, but it's conditional, "I'll show you compassion if," then it's not compassion. It's leverage. Something that you can use against them in the future. And if it doesn't pan out for you, then it wasn't a good investment. Therefore, wasn't worth it, blah, blah, blah. It's fucked up. That's not compassion. So the other part of it was that she said compassion for someone who didn't care for it. And I did care for it. I very much did care for it, and I appreciated it. I appreciated it so much that I went to her defense when other people, or at least one specific person, was like, "How are you possibly defending her?" It's like, it was the as guy that I'm talking to. And I was like, "Yeah, she had me quit my job and blah, blah, and all this money." But, in her defense, I literally said, in her defense, she, showed me compassion when it was a hard time. She even hired me to, coach for her program and all of that stuff. So, she's not all bad or anything like this. It's like, yeah, it was some, shitty advice, and I took advice from the wrong person, and I shouldn't have listened to her at all. I shouldn't have hired her at all to to begin with. But, at least she showed me some compassion in some regard. I literally said that to another person, and I defended her for it. And she comes in being like, and it's compassion that you didn't care for. I didn't, like, what? And then the one that I was like, and this is how I know it's time to walk away. And she said, when you wouldn't do the same for someone else. Because I would do the same for someone else. In fact, I did do that for someone else. I did do it for someone else. I had a client that had enrolled, and we'd split it up into 2 payments. And she made the first payment, or her and her client made the first payment. And then when came up to do the second one, we were on a call, and they said, hey, look, David, this has been very helpful, but, we have this thing coming up where it's a better use of our financial resources to invest in this, opportunity than for the work that we're doing with you, or to continue doing the work that we're doing with you right now. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And I let it, and I was like, okay, go. Absolutely. If that's where your best interests lie, then I'm supportive of it. Even if that means I'm not collecting a paycheck. Because if you need resources for that thing over there, and you don't have the money for that coming from anywhere else, I'm not gonna hard weasel you into something. Strong arm, slip, slide, snickety snake. No. Go. It's okay. I'm gonna show you compassion. I'm gonna do what is in your best interest, even if that's me not making money. And that's when I knew that conversation was over. That relationship was over. We were operating two different wavelengths. She went on to make some post about how she got all angry about, someone sent it to me that was in, kind of in the loop on what was going on, and about blah 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 and yada yada, and how she was so angry, and then she realized, oh, but this isn't about me, it's about him. And I was like, bitch, if you're the one that's angry, it's absolutely about you. What? I like, it's right there. And then look, in the thing that she said, I think it's so funny. She said the people that talk the biggest game are the ones that have the most to hide. Girl, look in the fucking mirror. She talks about the mirror principle as if it doesn't apply to her. It's like it's right there in front of her face. She's staring right at like all of this. It's like there's a mirror, and there's her, and there's shit all over the mirror, and it's like she doesn't see the shit. I had multiple people ask me, why hasn't she hired you yet to be her mindset coach? I don't know. And I let it go. I could have gone and made some sort of post about, oh, this, and I finally had the fall, and I was just like, no, I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. I don't need the validation around this. And some would say, if you're still talking about it, then you obviously haven't let it go yet. You can make that argument. I know, I see it. I'm looking in the mirror right now. And you know what it is? It's not It's letting go of the need to be validated and vindicate, not vindicated, right? The need for vindication from others, right? It's the letting go of the desire to be like, look, this she said, and then I said, and then she said, and this is my point, and that's her point, and this is why I'm right. And everybody comes and be like, yeah, man, you're right. She was wrong. And I'm like, yeah, I totally knew. Look at me. I'm the boss, man. Fuck that. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm letting go of that. And sometimes that's hard. Sometimes that's a hard thing to let go of because you really want that vindication. You really want to feel it's like cuz it's like I can be like, yeah, I know I'm right about this. But am I? Hey guys, just take a listen to this and tell me if I'm right. I'm pretty sure I'm right. What do you think? Vindicate me. Let me be the one that's right. But letting go of that desire for external validation of the vindication. Wow, coming up on 40 minutes already. Been through a lot in this one. You know why I haven't let it go is because it's a valuable lesson. I mean, the post, I did make one post about this, and it was a couple weeks later. Maybe a week later, 2 weeks later, I don't know. And it was something to the effect of if someone wants to have the last word, let them have it. They can hold on to the grudge while you let it go. That's it. If someone wants the last word, let them have it. She can have that. She can have the last laugh. Joke's on her. Conditional compassion. It's leverage. It's manipulation. It's not cool. The only caring for someone when they can do something for you. No. And I hurt for her because I know that the person that I was talking to, she was like this ego that had been created and molded from, her mentors and be like, this is how you have to be in business and to order to scale and win and blah. That's not who she is though. She's not being true to herself. And I don't know if she realizes that or not. And she'll swear up and down that she's being exactly who she's supposed to be, exactly who she is, but she's not. How do you know this, David? Because I do. Because I've been there. I've done that. Been through it. You alter your ego, your persona, to fit a mold that is necessary to accomplish a certain thing. Because it helps you fit into a particular group of people, even though it's not true to who you actually are. But you're so good at convincing yourself. I know this because I've done it. You convince yourself, no, this is who I actually am. I swear. Like, this is totally who I am. I don't know what you're talking about. No, I know you think that that's who I am, but it's not. And it's funny actually that I said, because there was one point when she was like, I don't know, I made some post or some comment, and she was like, this isn't like you, this isn't who you are, and blah blah blah. And I was like, that's because you don't know who I am. Like, you don't know the real me. And she was like, oh, but I want to. And that never happened. No. It was just to look good. Oh, well, I wish I did know the real you. No, you don't. Shut the fuck up. The only time you get a hold of me is when you want my money. Says a lot. I hurt for her. I hope she finds her way. She doesn't. It's going to be a wreck. I pray for her. I pray for her. $40. It's a good time. I have to be on the job site in 7 hours. I'm starting to get a little tired now. Yeah. You know, it's like there's something that I want to say, but I don't know what it is. There's something that I want to tell you, but I can't. Like there's a block. You know, as I say that and I think about it, one of the first things that comes to mind is that I I don't have anyone to tell this stuff to. That's why I like this so much. Doing these vlogs. I was reading a book by Rich Litvin and Steve Chandler. And I don't know if it was Rich or Steve that talked about this, and that it's the law of the lamppost or some shit like that. I don't know. Something about a lamppost. And basically what it uh, is that even if you didn't say anything, well, basically a person would get just as much insight talking to a lamppost as they would talking to a person. And that's kind of like where I'm at here. I talk to the camera like there's someone on the other side watching. There's not. This makes me feel like I'm connected. I don't know. Someone or something cares. It's just a lens. It records a video. It gets uploaded to the internet. Someone could see it, but nobody does. That's why I like this. It's I get a vent. Because I don't have anybody in my life that I get to talk to about this stuff. I don't have any close friends. I don't have a coach or a mentor or a counselor. I don't have a girlfriend or a wife. I don't have a bro, figuratively or literally. I mean, I have a brother, but we don't talk about anything, nor would he give a shit about what's going. He don't care about any of this shit. You're like, dude, why are you telling me about this? I don't care. I don't think anybody would care. I mean, but and part of it too is it's like, why it's like I wouldn't want to waste anybody else's time with it either. Is my life really so interesting that somebody would want to watch 40 minutes of me talking about it every day? Fuck no. Or is it? I don't know. It's true though. Like when I had a girlfriend, the person that you tell everything to. That's the one nice thing about having a girlfriend. Tell her everything. Or best friend. Oh, that's why I got on. There it is. Ashley. Ashley popped in today. I Ashley Savitri. The girl that I started catching feelings for when I was in the cult earlier this year. The long distance fling thing. And the little culty romance. And it was one of those, I feel like I've known you forever, and I can't remember a time when you weren't a part of my life. It's funny, I've been reading a book called Getting the Love That You Want. I never thought that there would be a point in my life where I would start, quoting from books or saying, I read a book about this. Remarkable. But I was reading a book called Getting the Love That You Want, and it talks about this imago romantic relationship concept. And basically what it is that the romantic partners that you find yourself most deeply in love with, so to say, are the ones that closely resemble your parents. And both the flaws, and mostly the flaws that your parents had. And that's why people will have those sentiments that I feel like you've always been here, is because they connect with them, and more specifically, they connect with their flaws that are similar to their parents, hoping that in this new person, they'll be able to receive the benefit from the flaw that was never corrected when they were a child. Or rather, I connect with this person, a woman, and she has the same flaws as my mom, and I'm hoping that in this romantic relationship, I'll be able to repair those flaws and get the love that I always wanted, or some shit like that. Anyway, Ashley was one of these. And we were in the cult together. And I remember the first time we were on a call, we were hanging out in the stars. I had a Zoom background, which was like the earth and stars and all that shit. And it was kind of, so we were hanging out in the stars and talking about I might have even been me, but I thought it was probably me, the one that was bringing it up. And it was like, maybe she said it, that it was like the break room, the intergalactic break room or whatever. We're both like, oh, this fucking, this job, this mission that we're here on is fucking bogus. And I called it the stream. Is where we were, where it's like the society is in a village in the woods, and they need water, and the only place to get the water is from the stream, and so someone has to go to the stream to get water, and they get the water and they bring it back to the village. And so for us in that moment, the water was this, spiritual insight the love of the universe, whatever. And what we were doing, our mission was to take the goodness, and we go to the stream, we collect it, we get it, we bring it back to society, and we give it to people and all that. Like, we're the thirst quenchers, and so that's where we would lament about our mission on Earth as the spiritual caregivers of society or some shit like that. I don't know. And I remember back in October, it was like either on her birthday or the day before. I can't remember. My mom was here because she was visiting for my birthday. There was this song that played called Orion's Belt by some random artist. I don't know. And the playlist, it was like one of those Spotify makes the playlist for you based on your song interests and whatever. And I played the playlist, and the first song was Orion's Belt, and I was like, this sounds really familiar. And I was like, yeah. And it didn't hit me right away. And then I realized, oh, that was one of the songs that Ashley sent me, because she would send me music. She'd be like, listen to this song. I'd go listen to it. And one of them was Orion's Belt. And it's a really feely, vibey song. It's a whole vibe. And I remember going back the next day to that playlist. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to play this playlist, but I want to start with that song, Orion's Belt. Oh, my light went off. So it's getting late. My light's on a timer. Turn themselves off. But I went to go play it, and the song wasn't on there at all. And I was like, what? It was weird. It was like, because it played on the playlist, but it wasn't on the playlist. It's like, how does that even work? I don't know. So I sent her a text message, and I said, you called? And not a phone call, but that was like that I was like, how do I do this? Because I couldn't, like I had to be sure that if it, because in my head, what I was like, if somehow this was, her trying to connect with me through non-physical means in the spiritual realm or whatever, by sending something through my Spotify I don't know how that shit works. Okay. I have to I can't give it away that that's what it was or whatever, and be like, hey, I played this song, and like this song came up on my Spotify and it wasn't there. Were you thinking about me or something like that, or whatever? So I just said, you called, question mark. Or maybe I just said, or I asked, did you call? And she said, no, I didn't call. I was like, okay, got it. That was it. Because if it was that thing where that message was some sort of, or the song was some sort of message from her or something like that, she would be like, yeah, I did. You caught that. Okay, cool. But that wasn't it. It was just like, no, I didn't call. Okay, cool. Weren't thinking about me at all. Delete her number, delete her text messages. I'd already deleted her on social media. And I really just put it in the past. And then today, it was when I was napping in the evening, the night. And I turned on some meditation music, and I thought about the stream. I don't know why. I thought about this dream and I thought about Ashley. It's like, huh, interesting. I didn't think much of it. And then I pulled up, after I woke up, I pulled up Facebook on my browser. Because I don't use Facebook on my phone anymore. I pulled it up on my browser. And come to find that she liked the video that I posted on Facebook earlier today. Like when I was resting. I don't know when she liked it, but she liked it. And it's like, I don't care. This isn't about the react or the like or anything like that. It's not about that. It's the fact that she showed up. Like, I mean, that's the equivalent of her saying, "Hi, I see you. I'm paying attention to you." Right? And I want you to know, is what that was. It wasn't, "I like your video." I mean, maybe she did. But it was, "Hi, I see you. I'm watching you. And I want you to know." Why? I don't know. But all of that, that whole thing with her, it's not, wasn't real. It was, but it wasn't. I want, like, I wish I could say it doesn't get more real than that. I wish I could, but I can't. Just because it feels intense doesn't mean that it's real. So easy to confuse intensity for reality. I know this is real because it feels so intense. No, it just means that it feels intense. It's doing something for you that you haven't had in a while, and you've been craving it so much that when you get it, it's like, oh, relief. She's a great person, I'm sure. Kind, compassionate, loving, nurturing, all the good stuff. And, you know, she's just a little too woo for me, in all honesty. I've seen myself kind of float out of that woo space. And as I think about this, I've been going off about this topic for about 20 minutes. What I've found is that's about the length of my attention span for any one particular thing. If I can't get through it in about 20 minutes, I'm done. And I'm sure if you go back, because we're coming up on the 60-minute mark, that the first 20 minutes was about one specific topic. The second 20 minutes was about a different topic. And the third 20 minutes was this, thing about Ashley. What is it with me and Ashley's? My last actual girlfriend was named Ashley. But anyway, I digress. All of the things that I had to talk about to avoid talking about the thing that I actually got on camera to talk about. The thing that I actually really wanted to talk about, I had this, and I was like, I should talk about this thing with Ashley. And then I started talking about everything else except for that. And there was that moment. I got done talking about all the things that I could think about talking about. And I felt like there was something that I wanted to say or I should be saying that I just couldn't put out there. And it was that feeling that like I don't have anyone to talk to about this stuff. And the last person that I had to do that with was Ashley. And I'd tell her everything. She'd tell me everything. I don't have that anymore though. I have my camera and my invisible audience of the future that probably won't even ever exist. You know, the part of me that hopes that somebody stumbles upon this one day and they watch it, and then what does it mean? It means someone cares enough to listen to what I'm saying. In my mind, there were two things that could have happened. There were two outcomes to this experience, right? Two possible outcomes. Either A, one, nobody ever discovers it and it gets buried in the recesses and archives of the internet forever and ever. Or someone does discover it and watches, and it spreads and it grows and people listen to what I have to say and it blows up and it goes viral and all of that stuff. And what never occurred to me is that, I mean, this is, a testament to, my innate sense of narcissism is, well, what if people stumble across it, and they watch it, and some people are like, oh, this is interesting, but it doesn't do anything, doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't take off. They're just like, oh, okay, this guy's talking about random shit in his life, who the fuck cares? It's, who knows? I mean, I guess that was kind of the point, to see what happens. Was it to see what happens? Is that really why I did this? Did I want to tempt fate? I don't know. Here we are. 1 hour and 3 minutes. And I've got to be on the job site in 7 hours. So I'm going to actually wrap this up for real tonight. Okay. So today is Friday, December 10th, 11:41 p.m. This is an experiment, episode 31. Peace out. For real though. Actually, peace out.